विशाल, मैंने बताया था उसको ऑर्किड नहीं पसंद।
Really?
और केक?
5 minutes. I'll be back.
अरे गाइस जल्दी करो, वो आने वाली है। केक?
5 minutes. I'll be back.
अरे गाइस जल्दी करो, वो आने वाली है। केक?
5 minutes. I'll be back.
जल्दी करो, वो आने वाली है।
Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. This editorial is all about the stand taken by China in relation to coronavirus. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Please give me a minute. This editorial is all about the stand taken by China in relation to coronavirus. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Please give me a minute. This editorial is all about the stand taken by China in relation to coronavirus. Please give me a minute. Good morning to all of you. Looks like there's a technical problem. Please give me a minute. I'll talk to my IT guy. Just 2 minutes. Please bear with the delay for 2 minutes.
మీరు కాల్ చేస్తున్న వ్యక్తి జవాబు ఇవ్వడం లేదు. దయచేసి తర్వాత ప్రయత్నించండి. The person you are calling is not answering. Please try later. आप जिस व्यक्ति को कॉल कर रहे हैं वह उत्तर नहीं दे रहा है. कृपया कुछ समय पश्चात कॉल करें.
Good morning to everyone. Please respond. Is the audio on? I don't think the video is, you can see the video, but audio, can you listen to me? Please say yes or no. Okay, looks like we have a technical problem, but if you guys say you can hear my voice, then I will continue. Shall I? Okay, that's very good. I appreciate your response. Good morning to everyone. Today's editorial, welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about the response of China in relation to coronavirus. How does the editorial start? Secrecy hurts. So the editorial talks about the secrecy maintained by the Chinese government and the delay taken by the Chinese government in containing the coronavirus. So it also says that it is not advisable to maintain secrecy when it comes to the outbreak of a particular virus. And what exactly will be the impact if secrecy is maintained? The number of cases will go up, that is one problem, and they will not be able to handle at a later stage another problem. So it starts on a negative note. Secrecy hurts. Here, secrecy maintained by the Chinese government. And why does it hurt? The number, it becomes a problem to contain the virus, the outbreak of the virus. Opacity in the time of an outbreak is sure to kill more people. Opacity in the time of an outbreak is sure to kill more people. It talks about the same thing. At the time of a crisis or at the time of an outbreak of a virus, we should not maintain opacity, we should maintain transparency, and we should keep it open. Otherwise, what happens? It is sure to kill more people. There are two important words here. One is opacity. Opacity means what? Lack of clarity, opaque. From that word, you get opacity. There is another word, outbreak, sudden occurrence of, in this context, a disease, virus outbreak. From quick sequencing of the whole genome of the coronavirus SARS-CoV-2 that causes COVID-19, after alerting World Health Organization in December 2019 about a cluster of pneumonia cases of unknown cause, to quickly developing viral diagnostic tests, China has done much to address the epidemic. It starts on a positive note. The editorial praises the Chinese government for taking action and containing the virus, but slowly it takes a negative, the tone changes. It talks about the negative dimension of this particular incident. From quick sequencing of the whole genome of the coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, that causes COVID-19 after alerting WHO in December 2019 about a cluster of pneumonia cases of unknown cause. There's one word here, cluster. Cluster means group. To quickly developing viral diagnostic tests, China has done much to address the epidemic. There's one more word, epidemic, means what? A widespread disease in this context. As on Wednesday, mainland China had 74,185 cases and 2,004 deaths. Add to this the speed at which two new hospitals with 2,600 beds were built. This is again praising the Chinese government for acting on war footing, responding to the situation immediately. Add to this the speed at which two new hospitals with 2,600 beds were built. I think one hospital was built in a short span of 1 week. Also, the many facilities that became temporary hospitals in the face of growing cases is testimony to China's ability to pull off the unimaginable in containing the epidemic. This again praises the Chinese government. It talks about constructing the hospitals within no time and also many facilities that became temporary hospitals. That has to be appreciated. It also talks about the ability to pull off the unimaginable in containing the epidemic. Unimaginable, something that is impossible. Whether the decision to shut down huge cities to halt the viral spread may have actually helped is debatable. It questions whether the decision to shut down huge cities, many cities were shut down, whether the decision to shut down huge cities to halt the viral spread may have actually helped is debatable. There's one word here, debatable, means what? Arguable. But it is important to note that China has done a lot after the initial delay in reporting the disease. But it is important, a contrasting idea, but it is important to note that China has done a lot after the initial delay in reporting the disease. This editorial talks about two negative aspects. One is initial delay, the other one maintaining secrecy. But it is important to note that China has done a lot. Though it delayed initially, it has done a lot. However, China, given its capabilities, could have contained the spread with very little effort and resources had it been transparent and acted on time. This talks about China, had it responded immediately, had it been transparent, it could have contained the spread of the virus with a little effort, keeping in mind the capabilities and the resources the Chinese government has. However, China, given its capabilities, could have contained the spread with very little effort and resources had it been transparent and acted on time. There are two dimensions here. One is being transparent, and what is the other one? Acting on time. Apparently, obviously, China did not apply the lessons it learned from the SARS outbreak despite strident global criticism. What happened in the past, the editorial says China has not learned the lessons from the past. Apparently or obviously, China did not apply the lessons it learned from the SARS outbreak despite strident global criticism. Here there's one important word, strident, means what? Loud, open. Downplaying and being secretive about public health issues, particularly novel virus outbreaks, as it found out during SARS and then now, can be very counterproductive. This again criticizes the stand taken by the Chinese government. Downplaying, that's an important word. Making something appear less important. Downplaying, there's a parallel expression here. One is downplaying, the other one being secretive. Downplaying and being secretive about public health issues, particularly novel virus outbreaks. Novel means new. As it found out during SARS and then now, can be very counterproductive. Counterproductive, having the opposite of the desired effect. This is in contrast to the way, here the editorial gives one Indian example. This is in contrast to the way Kerala handled the Nipah virus outbreaks in 2018-19. Transparency and timely action. Again, highlighting two aspects which the editorial talks about. One is transparency, the other one is timely action. Transparency and timely action helped the state contain the outbreaks within days with few cases, deaths in 2018. China did not do something like that. Neither it maintained openness nor it responded promptly. There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS outbreak response in 2002-2003 and the current epidemic. This talks about some similarity between SARS outbreak and the outbreak of coronavirus. And there's one important word here, eerie. There is an eerie similarity. Eerie means strange and frightening. There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS outbreak response in 2002-03 and the current epidemic. If during SARS it initially withheld information, refused to give, withhold. If during SARS it initially withheld information and delayed by 3 months reporting it to WHO, in the case of COVID-19, it systematically downplayed its scale for nearly 6 weeks after pneumonia cases of unknown cause were first seen on December 8, 2019. More or less the same response, it did not respond immediately and it maintained secrecy. Shockingly, even as it reported the case cluster to World Health Organization on December 31st, and the wet market is a market where fresh meat is sold and perishable food products are sold like fish, prawns, lobsters, crabs, all these. Thought to be the outbreak hotspot, was closed on January 1st. People were kept in the dark. Shockingly, even as it reported the case cluster to World Health Organization on December 31st, and the wet market, thought to be the outbreak hotspot, was closed on January 1st. People were kept in the dark. Though it informed the World Health Organization, though it closed the wet market, which is supposed to be the outbreak hotspot. Hotspot means a place of significant activity or danger. People were kept in the dark. This is an idiomatic expression. People were kept in the dark. What does it mean? Uninformed. In fact, 8 doctors who sounded an early alarm were detained for spreading rumors. 8 doctors, they sounded an early alarm and they were detained, kept in official custody. You got this word yesterday. For spreading rumors. Ironically, even as about 900 patients presented with symptoms each day by late December, as a daily reported. Ironically has two meanings. One is paradoxically. The other one, unexpectedly, surprisingly. Official numbers stayed the same. In fact, after initially reporting 44 cases to World Health Organization, the numbers were reduced to 41 on January 11 and continued to remain the same till January 16th, when the city and province's annual political congress ended. Even on January 16th, World Health Organization was informed of only limited human spread, thus putting more people at infection risk. The cases reported began rising slowly since January 17 to reach 121 on January 19, when a community dinner was held in Wuhan. It took a Chinese epidemiologist a revelation the next day about the outbreak severity for Wuhan to start acting decisively. There are three words here you have to learn. One is epidemiologist, someone who studies diseases and how they are found and controlled in groups of people. Revelation, it comes from the word reveal, disclosure, and decisively, effectively, and quickly. The lesson is that in the event of an outbreak, secrecy is a killer and transparency the savior. The editorial ends on a note, specific note. What is it? The lesson, what is the lesson here? The lesson is that in the event of an outbreak, viral outbreak, secrecy is a killer. If you maintain secrecy, it is not good. It acts as a killer. And transparency, the savior. One has to be transparent. The government has to be transparent. That's all about today's editorial. But I don't see the video. Please respond again. Do you guys, can you see the video? Now I think no issues. It is good. Now it is time to respond. Have a look at the words. I'm happy you guys are there. Thank you very much. In spite of the technical problem. Thank you very much. All perfect, all set. Now it is your time. I'll be responding based on your response. As usual, I'm sure you will respond with a lot of enthusiasm. Let us take the first one. What is the meaning of the word opacity? It comes from the word opaque. Opacity, part of speech, noun. I'll write the part of speech here. First, opaque, that is adjective. Opacity, noun. Opaque object, then it is an adjective. One, already a lot of students have responded. One is what? F. What is F? Lack of clarity. That is right. One is F. Outbreak. What is the meaning of outbreak? In this context, outbreak of coronavirus. 2H. That is right. Occurrence or sudden appearance of a disease. Outbreak of a disease. Remember the word combination as well. Outbreak usually goes with diseases. Now go to the third one, epidemic. When it comes to diseases, there are two words you have to learn. One is endemic, the other one is epidemic. If it is restricted to a local area, then we use the word endemic. If it is widespread, we use the word epidemic. So what is the answer for the third one? A lot of students say third, it is I. That's right. Outbreak, part of speech, noun. And epidemic, it is also a noun. It could be adjective also. And answer is I. Epidemic, widespread. That is right. Now go to the next one, strident criticism. Try to make combinations, then you can guess the part of speech. Strident, part of speech, adjective. Yes, a lot of students say fourth one, answer is E. That is right. Loud. Yes, Satish says loud, and a lot of students. Now I can't read out the names, the number. I see a lot of students responding. That's a good development. Downplaying. What is, go to the next one, downplaying. Here, downplay is a verb, but downplaying is not a good thing. Then it becomes a noun. What is the meaning of the word downplaying? 5G. Make something appear less important. Because of space constraint, I could not give the complete meaning. Do remember, downplaying, what does it mean? Make something appear less important. So which option is that? G is the answer. That's wonderful. Now go to the next one. Eerie silence usually takes the word silence. What is the combination? Eerie silence. When I say eerie silence, silence is a noun. That means which part of speech is this? Adjective. Eerie, what does it mean? 6, I see a lot of students saying J. That is absolutely right. Eerie means frightening, strange, frightening, something that makes you uncomfortable, a little scared. Now go to the next one. Withhold is the actual word. Withheld, which part of speech is this? A verb. Hold, held, held. What is the meaning of the word withheld or withhold? I see a lot of students responding, it is B. What is B here? Withhold information, refuse to give, maintaining secrecy. Revelation, when you see a word ending in ION, usually, English has rules, English has exceptions, usually it is a noun. This word comes from the word reveal, revelation. 2, 8, what is the answer? C, that is right. Disclosure. Reveal, disclose. Revelation, disclosure. Perfect. Decisively, which part of speech is this? You can easily make out the word ends in ly. That means what? Usually. Do remember English has rules, English has exceptions. Fast, fastly, not correct. There's no word like fastly. Fast is both adjective and adverb. The last one, savior, that is a noun. What is the word you're left with? D, rescuer, one who rescues. That's wonderful. You have done so well. I think you guys are becoming very good at vocabulary. That is highly appreciable. Within no time, you're responding. Now, time to work on closed test. This should not be a problem. One reading you should be able to, as usual. There are 5 blanks, 5 words. Try to get based on elimination approach. Use elimination approach. Use grammar knowledge. Use contextual awareness knowledge. However, China, given its capabilities, could have. Already Lakshmi says contained, Manasa says contained, and one more Optimus says contained. A lot of students say contained. There is one, this is an important word. Generally, contain, it has a typical meaning. Contains something, has something. But here, what is the meaning of the word contained? Try to guess. However, China, given its capabilities, could have contained, means what? Controlled. Please make a note. What is the meaning of contained in this context? Control. China could have contained, means what? China could have controlled the spread with very little effort and resources had it been transparent and acted on time. Go to the next blank. Apparently. Do remember, apparently means obviously, evidently. Apparently, China did not apply the lessons it learned from the SARS outbreak despite. Always look at the word after the blank. Despite global criticism. What sort of criticism? That means what? Global criticism, a noun. And you have to have an adjective. What sort of criticism? You should ask the question. Then you get the answer, strident. Strident criticism. Loud, open, deliberate, clear criticism. Strident is the right word. Now go to the next one. The sentence is based on parallel expression, the next sentence. Yes, I see a lot of students. Sneha says downplaying. Ayesha says downplaying. And Olive Branch, no, now the third one, Manasa downplaying. Nagamani downplaying. No, some students are with the second. Yes, Lakshmi says downplaying. Optimus says downplaying. And Monica says downplaying. That's right. downplaying and being secretive. Have a look at that pattern. Downplaying, playing, being, ing forms, parallel expression. Yes, Srinivas, that is right, downplaying. Downplaying and being secretive about public health issues, particularly what? Some virus. Again, you ask the question, virus, noun. Which part of speech are we supposed to use before a noun? Adjective. You have two words. One is novel, the other one counterproductive. Fourth one, that is right. What is it? Novel virus. Novel means what? New. A new virus. Nagamani, that is right. New. And what is the last one? Novel virus outbreaks, as it found out during SARS and then now, can be very, this is an important word. What is the last word you have to use? Counterproductive. Counterproductive. What is counterproductive? You do something expecting a positive result, but you get a negative result. Then we use the expression counterproductive. There is one more important word. We also use the word, though it is a noun, boomerang. Boomerang is a noun. It is a hunting tool that belongs to Australian Aboriginals. But as a verb, as a noun, it is inverted V shape, a wooden thing used for hunting purpose, created by Australian indigenous people or Aboriginals. But as a verb, it means the same, counterproductive. Something has boomeranged. Boomeranged means what? You expected a positive result, but you got a negative result. Do remember counterproductive. That's an important word. You should also remember boomerang as a verb, having an opposite effect. That's right, Kumar. You have done well. Now time to work on parajumble. Not that difficult, at the same time not easy. You got to be a little cautious and read meticulously. Take elimination approach. Can A be the first sentence? Say yes or no. You should underline in. In the case of, it's systematically downplayed. It cannot be the first one. Outbreak response, it doesn't sound good. Cannot be the first sentence. If cannot be the first sentence. And hold this one. This also cannot be. And delayed cannot be. So what is the first sentence here? It is D. That's right. What is D? There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS What is 2? There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS. You need, when you say between, you need to look for the conjunction and, between two things. One is China's SARS, 2. No. 2 it is B. Now I see a lot of students getting the correct part. 2 is what? B. There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS outbreak response in 2002-2003 and the current epidemic. 2 is not A. 2 is B. DB. That is one pair. On what basis you can say there is an eerie similarity between two things? What are the two things? One is China's SARS outbreak response in 2002-2003 and the current epidemic. Now go to the third one. Again, there is a problem with the video, I suppose. 3C, that is right. A new idea. If during SARS it initially withheld information, that's right. The sentence talks about two things. One is SARS, the other one coronavirus. 3C, that is correct. What is 4? 3A is not correct. 3C. Yes, D. Mahita, 3C. What is 4? Moses, that is right. Olive branch, that is right. Sai Karthik, 3C. Now go to the fourth one. F is not correct. Olive branch says 4A. That is right. A. If during SARS it initially withheld information, in the case of COVID 19, it systematically downplayed its scale for. What is the next one? Next one is rather easy. I think, no. Fourth one should be F. Fourth one is what? F. I will read out. We got 1 and 2, that is one pair. If during SARS it initially withheld information and delayed by 3 months reporting it to who? So what is the fourth one? F, comma. In the case of COVID-19, it systematically downplayed its scale for nearly 6 weeks after pneumonia cases of unknown cause were first seen on December 8, 2019. So A, E. What is the correct order? Now you tell me. Cross check. D, B, one pair. C, F, A, E. Who has got this order? Yes, 5 is A. What is 6? I will read. 2 sentences or 2 parts, 1 idea. D and B. There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS outbreak response in 2003 and the current epidemic. Those two, 1. And next, what? If during SARS it initially withheld information and delayed by 3 months reporting it to who? In the case of COVID-19, it systematically downplayed its scale for nearly 6 weeks after pneumonia cases of unknown cause were first seen on December 8, 2019. Yes, not easy, that's what I said. This is not that easy. But do remember, this is the correct order. D, B, C, F, A, E. Perfect. Now time to work on spot the errors. Which one do you want, Monica? Here, first one is D. Second one is B. DB, one idea. There is an eerie similarity between China's SARS outbreak response in 2002-2003 and the current epidemic. That is one pair, 2 sentences or 2 parts. After that, CFAE. Why? If during SARS it initially withheld information and delayed by 3 months reporting it to WHO, World Health Organization. In the case of, it's a contrast, what happened at the time of SARS and what happened at the time of coronavirus. In the case of COVID-19, it systematically downplayed its scale for how long? Nearly 6 weeks after pneumonia cases of unknown cause were first seen on December 8, 2019. That is a continuity of thought. I hope you got it. Okay, that's very good. I appreciate your response. Have a look at these sentences, spot the errors. A very short sentence, but if you don't read meticulously, you cannot spot the error. Nagamani has got it right. Let others also respond. Only one student has responded. Now Manasa says she got it. And Naveen Kumar also says he has got it right. Sai Karthik also, he has got it right. Here, in the time of an outbreak. What is missing? The indefinite article an is missing. That is not easy. A very short sentence and not easy to spot the error. Not at all, in my opinion. And under pressure, rather difficult. Opacity, in the time of, usually we say at the time of, in is also right. Opacity at the time of or in the time of what? An outbreak. An outbreak, not easy. And what is this about? Article related question. Read the second sentence. Second one should be easy, should not be a problem. Yes, Sonu Kumar, an outbreak, that is correct. Please go to the next one. Whether the decision to shut down huge cities to halt the viral spread may have actually helped is debatable, questionable, arguable, debatable. So what is Optimus has got it right. Only one student so far. Ravi has got it right. Manasa also. Ayesha, yes. Naveen, yes. A lot of students have got it right. Here, have put the word actually in brackets. May have. Then you cannot use help. It should be helped. May have helped. This is related to verb form. They have used the basic form without to, but we have to use the past participle form. Past participle. Past participle form. That's right. Go to the third sentence. This should be easy. Have been is not correct. This you should get one reading. Srinivas has got it right. Optimus Prime also. Have is not correct. Manas also. Ayesha also got it right. Surprising. Dimaita got it right. Srinivas got it right. Here, could have contained, would have plus verb, could have plus verb. You should think of past conditional. This is a main clause. For past conditional, what is a pattern? Yes, I Kartik, that is right. For the main clause, we use usually would have plus verb past participle. Sometimes could have, might have, verb past participle. Nothing wrong with this part. And for the if clause, we use the past perfect tense. And here, if the word if is not there, we use it in interrogative form. Has is not correct, it should be had. It had been, had it been. Because the word if is not there, we have to use past perfect in interrogative. This is about past conditional, specifically past perfect tense. Past perfect tense, what is the helping verb we use? Not have or has, we use had. Had it been transparent? What is this Jai Hind all of a sudden? Himanshu Pant. Go to sentence number 4 or question number 4. No, that is not right. That is not right. I don't know which one you are talking about. Please, now it is time to respond for sentence number 4 or question number 4. If you guys have responded to that, then your answer is not correct. Had is not correct. Had is not correct. Oh, surprising. Are you guys working on question number 4? Please respond. Say yes or no. No, I have a question. Are you guys working on question number 4, sentence number 4? Say yes, no. Only Manasa has got it right so far. No, no, no. Only one student has got it right. Okay. Here, whenever you read a sentence, when it comes to spotting the errors, first you have to look for the time phrase. Once you see the time phrase in the past, then you should think of only one idea here. You should think of past tense. In 2018, that goes into the past. Then we cannot use a perfect tense. Have cannot be used. Transparency and timely action. Help the state. Help is a causative verb. We cannot use the preposition to. Help the state contain the outbreaks within days with few cases deaths in 2018. It talks about the past. Then you cannot use a have, had, has, any of these. Transparency and timely action. Help the state. Had is not correct. That's what I'm talking about. Here, 2018, we cannot use past perfect, we cannot use present perfect. It should be in simple past. Just all that you have to do, strike off the word have. The question is about past tense. Had is not correct, it is simple past. Oh, you must have got it. Huh. The last one, the cases reported began rising slowly since January 17th to reach 121 on January 19th when a community dinner was held in Wuhan. Very good, Manasa, you have got it immediately. Nagamani also, she has got it right. Maunika, yes, you got it right. No, Optimus. Olive Branch, that is right. Sai Karthik, that is right. This is an important question. Under pressure, it is not easy to spot the error. The cases reported began, raising is not correct. It should be rising. Rising, not raising. That is the error. What is the difference between rise and raise? Rise, intransitive verb, and raise, transitive verb. Rise, intransitive verb, doesn't take an object. Raise, a transitive verb, takes an object. In this context, we don't have to use a transitive verb. We have to use an intransitive verb. The sun rises in the east. The cases started rising, not raising. And I appreciate those students who have got it right. Not easy, under pressure. Others, nothing to worry. Some questions are easy, some questions are difficult. We should always be optimistic. Word map, what is the word here? Eerie. Eerie. Strange. Frightening. Frightening, there's one more word I want you guys to recollect. Intimidate. Or here, intimidating. Frightening, intimidating. And uncanny. You got this, I think, yesterday. Uncanny also means mysterious. Mysterious, strange, uncanny behavior. Sinister. Sinister has a negative connotation. Sinister plot. Usually it takes the word plot. Sinister thinking, sinister attitude, something negative. Unnatural. Obviously something that is not natural. It is unnatural, strange, weird. Strange we also use weird. Strange behavior, British English. Weird behavior, American English. Mysterious. And what is the other better word for enigmatic? Mysterious behavior, enigmatic behavior. Mysterious smile, enigmatic smile. Here again you have to focus while learning. Do remember, easy, no need to focus. I will not, easy, don't touch, easy, don't touch. But you should focus on allot a few minutes to get the word intimidating. Uncanny, important word. Sinister, important word. Unnatural, you don't have to worry about that word. Mysterious, easy word. But you should focus on enigmatic. That's an important one. These are not easy. Three are easy, two are difficult. You got to do very carefully. Phrasal verbs. I'm sure you can get three, but two are rather difficult. Since in fifth, where is it? Obviously, since January 17th, since goes with specific time, the preposition. Since, preposition, and also conjunction. Here it is a preposition. There are two prepositions. One is since, the other one is for. What is the difference between these two? If you express a specific time, then you should use since. Since January 17th, since Monday, since October, since 2010. And if you express a time period, you have to use a preposition for 2 days, for 5 months, for 10 years. Sinister means a person with a negative attitude. Sinister plot. Negative. Sinister means what? A negative attitude. That's why I said sinister plot. The idea of killing someone, idea of harming someone. Sinister. Something very negative or something very bad. Optimus, have you got the difference? Now work on these phrasal verbs. My pleasure. Speak for. First one is rather easy. One is Sai Karthik says C, Kumar also says C, Shiva Kumar. Nagamani says C, Manasa says C, Ravi says C, Maunika also. So what is C here? Speak on somebody's behalf. That is right. Speak for someone, speak on somebody's behalf. That is rather easy. Let me tell you, before you try, speak out, speak up. They have more or less the same meaning. They are like synonyms. Speak out, speak up. So two options, you could choose one of them. Yes, speak out. I see a lot of students A. That is right. You could use that also. I will hold this one. Talk more loudly or plainly. Similar meaning. Now go to third one. Speak to. Three D. What is D here? Assert or promote one's opinion to make one's thoughts known. 3 is not D. 3 is not speak to. Hold that one. No, no one has got it right. 3 is speak to. E. Resonate with, to feel emotionally relevant to. His music speaks to me. Resonate with, to feel emotionally relevant to. 3 is E. Olive branch, that is right. Speak up, speak out, synonyms. Here you could use, generally speaking, speak up goes with A, and speak out, that's why I said I will hold. Speak out goes with D. They are synonyms. Speak up, talk more loudly or plainly. Speak out, assert or promote one's opinion to make one's thoughts known. What is the last one? Speak of. Speaking of John, speaking of the city, means indicating. Bespeak, show, indicate, foretell, suggest. What is 5B? Nagamani has got it right. 4 is A. Speak up, speak out, synonyms. But subtle difference. What is the difference? Speak up goes with everyday English. When someone doesn't speak loudly, what do we say? Please speak up. Talk more loudly or plainly. This is everyday English expression. Speak out, assert or promote one's opinion, to make one's thoughts known. And speak to, resonate with, to feel emotionally relevant to. Speak of, speaking of something, indicating or suggest, usually it means indicate. Not that easy. Speak for, rather easy. Speak up, easy. Speak out, easy. But speak to, rather difficult. And speaking of, rather difficult. These are easy idioms. Keep someone in the dark means what? Keep in the dark, usually, someone in the dark. What does it mean? One E. To keep someone uninformed. That is right. One E. Perfect. Keep someone in the dark means what? To keep someone uninformed. Pain in the neck. This goes with everyday English. Pain in the neck means what? D is right. I see a lot of students responding. Pain in the neck. Someone or something that is very annoying, very irritating. We could also use the word irritating. Annoying or irritating. Shot in the arm. That's an important one. It has come like a shot in the arm. Means what? 3. Ravi says 3A. Manas also 3A. Nagamani 3A. Wolf in South A. Sonu Kumar A. Lata also says A. A lot of students say A. That is perfect. What is A? Shot in the arm means a stimulus, something that gives a person immediate energy or renewed enthusiasm. 4. Kick the habit. Easy to make out. Yes, I know a lot of students, they have got it right. Kick the habit means what? To overcome an addiction to something. Here, habit, a bad habit. Kick the bad habit. Fresh as a daisy. What are you left with? C. Eager and enthusiastic, typically after some refreshing activity. 5C. Who has got all the 5 correct idioms? All the 5 correct? Kick the bucket. That means to pass away, to expire. That has a different connotation. Kick the bad habit, kick the bucket. Entirely different. I see a lot of students, they've got all the 5 correct. I appreciate all those guys. Others, nothing to worry. It happens. Now, have a look at the headlines and let's see what you can learn from the headlines. SC voices concern over deforestation. You all know the word voice. It is a noun, but here it is a verb. First, you have to notice that, grammar point of view. SC voices concern over deforestation. The sentence is in present tense. Because the subject is third person singular, we have added S to the verb. Voice in this context means express. SC expresses concern over deforestation. When you see the word deforestation, you have to think of a lot of related words. Immediate afforestation. And deforestation, why does it happen? Because of logging industry. And what is the impact, negative impact of deforestation? Loss of habitat. Animal, every plant has a place to survive. That is called habitat. Home of a plant or home of an animal. So deforestation results in loss of habitat. Then because of that, what happens? You should think of the word animals and plants become endangered, threatened. and eventually nothing is done, they become extinct. Extinct. Then we talk about conservation. What is the solution? Conservation, we also use the word sustainable practices. One word, when you take a holistic approach, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this word? What else can I learn? Can I see beyond this word? When you take that approach aggressively, deliberately, intentionally, you come across all these words pop up. Then that will help when it comes to consolidation. Jammu and Kashmir woos means attracts. Investors with ample land. Ample means what? Plenty. Again, you take the word plenty. What are the related words? Plethora, abundance. Plethora, abundance. And teeming, we also use one. This teeming is different. The island is teeming with exotic species. Means what? A lot of exotic species. Woo generally has a negative connotation, but here it is a positive connotation. And sometimes what happens, a lot of things multiply. When things multiply on a large scale, what is the word? Proliferate. Proliferation. That is one word. We also say mushroom growth. Mushroom growth. You have to recollect all these words. Furor over Ahmedabad slum eviction. Furor, anger, protest, furor, large number of people, group of people. That's right. They protest, then they show their anger, they express their anger, furor over Ahmedabad slum eviction. If you take any big city, you come across skyscrapers. What are skyscrapers? Very tall buildings. At the same time, it's a paradoxical situation. In a big city like Bombay, Delhi, on the one hand, you come across skyscrapers, typical symbols of modernization, urbanization. On the other hand, you come across slums. You come across slum dwellers. The areas where the very poor people, poverty-stricken people live in the city. And eviction. Evict means what? Usually this goes with calamities, disasters. Calamities, catastrophe, disaster. At the time of a natural disaster, people are evicted to shift people from one place to another place. That is the meaning of the word eviction. When you see the word eviction, you have to think of related, evacuate. There's one more word, evacuate. Evacuation, evacuate. Then you have to recollect calamity, mishap, catastrophe, disaster, evacuation, rehabilitation. That is a holistic approach. Warren is seeking. You're all job seekers. Seek means what? To look for, to search for. And you guys are known as job seekers. You're seeking a job, bank job. Warren is seeking to regain the spotlight. Spotlight, when it comes to theater, the theater, spotlight, they use spotlights. And one actor, the spotlight focuses on a particular actor. That means to be in the limelight. When someone is in the spotlight, everyone is talking about that person. Shares surge. Usually it goes with people. A group of people, sudden forward movement. What is the meaning of the word surge? A sudden forward or upward movement. And in this context, shares. Usually it goes with people. It goes with waves, water bodies. Tidal wave, surged all of a sudden. Sudden rise, that is correct. Surge as virus fears fade. You all know the word fade. Usually it goes with clothes. Colors fade. What is the typical combination? Colors fade. Sometimes what happens? Interest also fades. Initial enthusiasm, initial interest slowly comes down. Then what do we say? My initial interest, my initial passion, my initial enthusiasm has started fading off slowly. Always think of the combinations, not only the meaning, combinations, word forms. Indian Bank, eyes. Eyes in this context, eye is a noun, but in this context, eyes means what? To look at something with interest or to look at something keenly. Eyes what? lending to startups. Lend, borrow, two words that go with. Surge means sudden forward movement or sudden upward movement. A group of people, all of a sudden they move forward, then we use the word surge. Again, if you take tides, high tide, low tide, high tide, all of a sudden the water comes forward, then surged. These are the typical combinations. I also look for, that is right. A mandate. Mandatory means compulsory. Mandate goes with elections. Mandate given to up government means what? The authority given to the up party to rule with a particular policy. A mandate from the youthful multitudes. Multitude means group of people. Multitudes, different groups of peoples. Multitude. Multi means many. Mandatory, compulsory, but here mandate, that has a different connotation. Not adopting totalitarian tactics, Prime Minister. Tactics, strategies. Totalitarian, dictatorial. You all know the word dictator. Totalitarian regime. That means what? Dictatorial regime, to behave like a dictator. Fade means to lose the color, to lose something slowly. Fade out, to lose something, the intensity of something slowly. Pompeii, a city in Italy. Pompeii restoration unearths means make something public, brings into the limelight. Surprise treasures. What is a treasure? Gold, jewelry, valuables at one place. We use the word treasure. Treasure island, you all must be knowing. Unearths and brings out or makes something public, and people come to know about that. Government seeks IIT Bombay's help to build smog tower. This is an important word. Today we talk about smog. What is a smog? It is a combination of fog plus smoke. If you go to cities, because of pollution, you come across fog. Fog plus smoke, what is it called? Smog. Or smoke plus fog. It should be that way. Smoke plus fog, what is it called? Smog. It's a combination of these two. Then you have to think of air pollution. What are the related words? Smog, fog, and particulates. Then CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons. Then ozone layer depletion. All these related words, acid rains. All these you have to recollect. So do remember one word. Don't think it's a word. From that word, you can learn a lot. Every sentence, every word gives you a chance to recollect what you have already learned, consolidate what you have already learned, and you can get everything at your fingertips when you deliberately, intentionally try to recollect the related word forms and related word combinations. That's it for today. What have you learned from this editorial? As usual, I will change this. I'll try to make it more specific. I'm hard pressed for time. But for today, for the time being, what is the enrichment from today's editorial? Effective words, so many of them. Phrasal verbs, a few are difficult. Idioms, rather easy. Word map, a few important words. And errors, close parajumble. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Sorry about the technical problem initially we had. But I would like to thank all you guys once again because you have been there till the end of the session. That's wonderful. Have a great day. See you tomorrow with a new editorial to enrich your language proficiency.